The Little Shell tribe of Chippewa Indians have lived in Montana and North Dakota for centuries. They are a strong people with a rich culture and deep connection to their land. In the early 1900s, their way of life was threatened. European settlers arrived, wanting the land for themselves. The Little Shell tribe faced immense pressure to give up their homelands. The U.S. government made promises to the tribe, promises for a place to live, for food, for education. These promises were often broken. The government's actions were driven by a desire for more land and resources, with little regard for the well-being of the Little Shell people. Despite the hardships, the Little Shell people persevered. They held on to their traditions, their language, and their stories. Elders passed down knowledge to the younger generations, ensuring the survival of their culture. They never gave up hope for recognition and a place to call their own. Their resilience in the face of such adversity is a testament to their strength and determination. The Little Shell people never surrendered their identity, their history, or their future. Their story is one of survival, of resistance, and of the enduring power of hope. The actions of the U.S. government towards the Little Shell tribe were marked by broken promises and deliberate cruelty. The government used tactics designed to displace and dispossess the tribe of their lands. One of the most horrific acts was the distribution of smallpox-infected blankets to the tribe. This act of biological warfare decimated the Little Shell population, weakening their numbers and their ability to resist further encroachment. The Indian Removal Act of 1830, while not specifically targeting the Little Shell, exemplified the government's policy of forcing tribes from their ancestral lands. This act led to the forced relocation of thousands of Native Americans, resulting in suffering, death, and cultural disruption. The government's actions were a clear violation of the treaties they had signed with the Little Shell. These treaties, while often unfair to begin with, were supposed to guarantee certain rights and protections to the tribe. However, time and time again, the government disregarded their own agreements, prioritizing the desires of settlers over the rights of indigenous peoples. Aaron, a warrior of the Little Shell tribe, remembers the stories passed down by his grandparents and what he read in the Senate. He recalls the pain and fear in their voices as they spoke of the smallpox epidemic. They told of how the sickness spread like wildfire, he says, his voice heavy with sorrow. So many good people taken too soon. Aaron's own life has been marked by the displacement of his people. He remembers moving, always on the run, never feeling truly settled. We were always searching for a place where we could live in peace and be a community, a place where our children could grow and thrive. The loss of their land meant the loss of more than just a physical space for the Little Shell people. It represented the loss of their history, their connection to their ancestors, and their ability to live in accordance with their traditions. Aaron's story is just one of many, each one a testament to the resilience and strength of the Little Shell people in the face of unimaginable hardship. The Little Shell tribe's fight for justice is a fight for their very existence. For decades, they have fought tirelessly for recognition from the U.S. government. They have marched, protested, and lobbied for the right to have their own reservation, a place where they can finally put down roots and rebuild their communities. Land is not just about ownership for the Little Shell people. It is about healing, about preserving their culture, and about ensuring a future for their children. With land, they can revitalize their language, pass down their traditions, and practice their spirituality freely. The fight for justice for the Little Shell tribe is a fight for the rights of all indigenous peoples. It is a reminder that the history of this land is not one of peaceful settlement, but one of dispossession, broken promises, and ongoing struggle. It is a call for recognition, for reparations, and for a future where the rights and sovereignty of all indigenous nations are respected and upheld.